Welcome back once again. Of course, we are in Kansas City with NAFB. We're going to learn more about fungicides. I'm Susan Littlefield with the American Ag Network. Kim Tutor joins us now. She is a Technical Market Manager of fungicides. So let's talk about 25. What a struggle, but we learned some things that we can grow upon in the coming years.
You're absolutely right. 2025 was really challenging for corn growers all across the Corn Belt. I think folks had tar spot top of mind, which makes sense. We've been challenged with that disease in the past, but I think the one that took a lot of people by surprise was southern rust. Southern rust usually doesn't come across the Midwest until much later in the season, but this year it came in early and it came in hard. And part of that is because of its really fast reproductive cycle, so it reproduces every 7 to 10 days. Tar spot, its ugly cousin, equally as detrimental, takes place, has a latent period that's much longer, so it's 2 to 3 weeks. And so that disease is still problematic because it's inside of the plant for a longer period of time before you can detect a lesion with the naked eye, so it's still reducing that photosynthetic ability of the plant, and ultimately your yield. Now, it wasn't just those two diseases. You could walk in a field in Iowa and find southern rust, tar spot, but you could also find gray leaf spot, and in some instances, northern corn leaf blight. And so when I say that corn was struggling from the time it came out of the planter, it was really fighting for its life the entire time. But we did learn a lot. And what we did see and what we are hearing and continuing to learn is that if folks treated with a performance-driven fungicide like Veltima from BASF, they saw a lot of yield protection. Folks that didn't treat, unfortunately, lost anywhere from 20 to 50 bushels an acre. And that's going to vary geographically. Right. But again, it comes back to the idea of being proactive instead of reactive and doing whatever we can to protect our bottom line. Now, I know that some of those conversations can be difficult when commodity prices are down, farm margins are tight, but I think we have to think about what we're leaving on the table when we don't implement a strong fungicide like Veltima. So yeah, that's a little bit of what was going on in 2025.
But there's some excitement that is coming, Kim, when you look at 2026 and soybeans.
Yes, so BASF is excited. We're going to be launching Zarina fungicide in 2026, which contains Endura, and it also has our Revasol active ingredient. So it's going to be, or is registered in soybeans, dry beans, and canola. And it's really, where it really sings its song is in white mold control in soybeans. But because of that Revasol active ingredient, you also get some longer residual for some of those other foliar diseases like Cercospora, like brown spot. So yeah, we're really excited about launching that in 2026.
So how do they find out more details?
Sure. They can go to agriculture.basf.us and they can learn about our products. They can find their local BASF rep there, and they can also learn more information about our 2026 Real Results Yield Challenge. So BASF launched the Real Results Yield Challenge in 2025, and we're excited to do it again in 26. And it's a sweepstakes, but really what it is, it's an opportunity for folks to experience the performance of our brands on their farm. So my mother was an English teacher, so bear with me.
Okay.
I think it was Hemingway that said, true nobility is not being better than the other man. True nobility is being better than your former self. And that's what this challenge is all about. How do you beat your own record on your own farm? How do you optimize your performance? And so, yeah, if folks want to learn more, they can also just Google realresultsyieldchallenge.com.
Kim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Stick around, more is coming up here in Kansas City.